May I come in, please?
Yes, please come in.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Hello.
Hello.
Can I have your card, please?
Yes, here you go.
Thank you. Please have a seat.
Thank you.
My name is Wakapashigaki. Can I have your name, please?
Oh, my name is Simeon. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you,
Chiaki-san. Yeah,
Nice to meet you, Simeon. So, Mr. Simeon, how did you come here today?
I came here by train.
So now, let's move on to the next question. Since you have such an interesting personality, can you tell me how do you usually spend your weekends? Because seeing as such this weekend.
Yes, let's see. Last weekend, I went to ski in India.
Oh, you went to ski in India, I see.
India, yes.
I hope you know that there's COVID-19 going on here. Shouldn't you be in quarantine right now?
Oh no, I think someone's gonna come check soon, so yes, I have to finish interview very fast.
I see.
Yes.
Okay, so let's start the interview.
Okay.
How are you feeling right now?
Right now, I'm feeling very happy and honored because Chiaki-san is here, and I get to be interviewed by Chiaki-san.
Well, can you tell me a little about yourself before we head into the interview?
Oh yes, so I was born in Singapore and I grew up in Hong Kong in Australia, Brisbane, Australia. And I went back to Singapore for 2 years before coming to Japan.
I see. Well, since looking at your travel history or your growing up history, I see that you must be a native speaker of English. What is the reason for you to take ACAN?
I feel like my English, I'm stuck in a position where I keep using the same words over and over again.
I see.
Yes.
Okay, well, hopefully, seeing your background, I think you'll be able to pass this test very well and with flying colors. Okay, now let's begin the test. Here's your topic card.
Oh, thank you.
There are 5 topics on the card. You have 1 minute to choose a topic and prepare your speech. Okay, so your time is up. Which topic did you choose?
Alright, I've decided to do the second topic.
Okay.
Yes, the militarization of space being a threat to future generations.
Okay, so you have 2 minutes. Please begin.
Okay, so I believe that the militarization of space is a grave threat to future generations for several reasons. So firstly, if you militarize space, you have to send a lot of weapons into space. And currently in space, there is something known as space garbage, which consists of broken satellites and other space debris. So this debris is not cleaned up and it's a huge pollution to the space environment. Imagine if countries started to send new weapon systems into space, they would clutter the entire space atmosphere, and this would cause many problems, such as potential space debris falling into Earth. And second, I believe that with militarization comes arm races between countries. So if one country starts to increase the amount of weapons it holds, other countries will feel that it is being threatened by this. And this starts an endless cycle where both countries keep increasing their weapon capacities. I believe that the number of nuclear weapons being produced in this process will be unfathomable, and in the result, it will cause the future generations to be under this huge nuclear umbrella around the globe. And my last reason is that currently in the UN Charter, there are international laws outlining that space is a common heritage of human mankind and should not be used for military purposes. I believe that this should be upheld, and the three reasons above are why I believe that the militarization of space is a threat to future generations.
Okay, well, have you finished?
Yes.
Do you have any other options or opinions to add?
So, as an anime lover, I grew up watching the anime film Gundam, which relates closely to this topic.
Okay.
So, in those anime movies, it is shown that the future of humans expanding into space can have possibilities, but with it comes the danger of militarization and how it can bring about disasters to humans.
Okay, well, that was some very interesting points that you put up. Now, we'd like to ask you some questions. I'd like to ask you some questions regarding the same. First of all, you talked about the space debris. So from your speech, it seems like you disagree with the topic of militarization of space. But have you thought about ways in which people can clean up the space debris?
Yes, countries could invent new technologies and methods to clean up space, but I believe that the debris being produced, the pace at which it is produced, it will probably outpace the cleaning process.
Okay, that's an interesting point. Also, you're against the militarization of space, but have you thought about the prospect of people living in space? Currently, I don't know whether you're aware of this, but JAXA is talking about a Moon Village project that is happening, which aims to send people to space and to form a colony of people living there, irrespective of their ethnicity or race. So what are your thoughts on that?
I believe that is a very interesting endeavor because the peaceful use of space is what it should be instead of militarizing it. For example, similar to the project you just mentioned, like Elon Musk, his SpaceX project, I'm really keen and I'm a very passionate follower of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that there are many possibilities for humans to move into space, and this would solve many social problems as well.
I see. But then with that comes the risk of space debris, do you not think that?
Yes, space debris happens to that, but in that case, as governments are not the ones in charge of the program, you have private companies run by people. I believe that their conscience on removing debris and protecting the space environment will be higher.
Okay, well, last question for the day would be, you talked about the difference between government agencies sending space stations out there and the private industry sending people to live in the space, but so you support private organizations to send people more, but then how do you put a stop on because right now there are very few amount of private agencies sending people out into space, but then how would you control if there are a lot of such private organizations come over? How would you control all of them?
I believe that cooperation between space agencies, like national space agencies like NASA, and private space enterprises like SpaceX will be the key to solving this problem. Since right now, I feel that government agencies are starting to give more opportunities to private companies, and they are having good communication in that field as well. So I have no doubts that it will work well in the future.
Okay, well, those were some really interesting topics. Thank you, Mr. Simeon. Your time is up. Could I have the card back, please?
Oh, yes. Here you go.
Thank you. Well, I hope such space endeavors do end up happening, and I hope to see you finish your Aiken with flying colors.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming today.
Have a nice day.
I would love to fail you right now.
Okay, see you.
See you.